Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the 6R. So recently we've had this on the road trips when we've been doing the tractor runs over the Christmas holidays. We've had a lot of you guys saying over the last few years about what we should be doing with the 6R. Maybe we should have some different beacons on the roof. Maybe we should have a chrome exhaust or an air horn. Drop a comment in the video and let me know what sort of modifications you think we should do. I have been thinking a little bit about an air horn because the other day when we were on the tractor run there were a lot of people with air horns, and that might be a cool thing to do for next year. Something I have been meaning to do for a long time is change this exhaust to one of those chrome ones. And we've already changed the lights to the LED ones, but the next job is we've currently got the bulbs on, if you just look lower down, and I'd like to change those to the LED ones. I've got a pair in the workshop actually. It's just come up for its 1500 hour service as well, so hopefully I can get them fixed or get them replaced at the service, and then maybe we could go for a chrome exhaust as well, which would be a nice touch. Something else I'd like to do is in the grille here, just where we've got the bonnet guard, is I'd like to put a couple of like little LED lights in there, maybe just underneath where the DEERE badge is. Currently I've just got the LED lights on. We might change them this year to the rotating beacons again, but with LEDs in the bulbs, and also the side lights might change to LED lights because these lights do glow every now and then, just a bit like what happens on the old Defenders. And if we change the other ones to LEDs and LED beacons, we'll then pretty much have full LED lights, except from the lights in the bonnet. I have to change them as well at some point to LEDs, but I did change the side ones to LEDs, so we've kind of got half bulb, half LED on the bonnet. I don't know if you can tell, I've tried to keep it pretty OEM, so it doesn't look like it's been too messed around with or modified, and part of the reason for that is that when we come to sell a tractor or change it, it still looks pretty original, even though it's got a few modifications. Like those lights aren't genuine John Deere lights, but they're really powerful. And if you look at the new John Deeres, the 6R 185, they have put very, very similar lights on to what I've already got on the 6R. And you know, so the Crawer really are good lights. They come from the Netherlands. I'll leave a link in the description down below if anybody wants to have a look at them. But they're 100,000 lumen, I believe, across the whole machine. On the interior, what I'd like to do as well at some point, at the moment the passenger seats got the Olly's Farm decals on, so's the main seat, but what I would like to do is maybe put a CB radio in here. We did previously have one up here. When we bought the tractor, it was an ex-demo, and somebody had already put a CB radio in here and then they'd removed it, so I've got the holes there. But I did notice the other day somebody who was on the tractor run, Agric Isaac, had a CB radio about here on a metal bar, so that might be my next job, is to put a CB radio in here so I can speak to people when I'm at tractor runs, which would be fun. And then other than that, on the interior, I did put this mat in here a little while ago, and this has been absolutely brilliant. All it is it's just a rubber mat, and because we're in and out of the cab all the time with the muddy boots on with the livestock, it does make a massive difference. And if you look under there, it has protected the 6R's mat. That's like new underneath. And I'm always coming in and out here, the dad and myself, just with muddy boots. So I can't really have one of these carpet tractors. I know a lot of people, they really look after their cabs. And it did get me thinking about it the other day when we went on the tractor run. Like, I probably should look after the tractor a bit more and get into it all. I know some people have a rail over here and then they do their, have all their cleaning equipment, and I'm just learning as well with the front weight to just keep it in a fixed position. It normally sits pretty well about there. I could really do at some point with just taking the concrete block out and just having it as an empty box when I'm not got any weight on the back. And it did really get me thinking the other day when we were on the tractor run about, you know, I really should get more into my tractor's cab. I used to be more into it when I was younger, and I used to really put all the stuff in the cab and have all the lights on the outside. For now though, what we'll do is we'll hopefully have this CB radio put in here, and then on the top, what I was also thinking, I might be able to put a CB radio up there on the cab somewhere, or alternatively what I was thinking is I might be able to have it on the front weight, which would be pretty cool, but then you'd have to disconnect the aerial from the tractor, so it probably is better to just have a CB radio on the wing mirror. And also these lights, I don't know if I showed you this the other day, on the front light box, there's a little switch down here. If I just flick that off, it turns the lights off on the road, and then you just get the side lights, which is quite handy for the daytime. I mean, there are some nice little chrome guards I've noticed, which just protect the lights, so if you do hit into anything, you are pretty safe. Something else I noticed is we have got a tow hitch down here, and I was speaking to someone at the show, the Midlands Machinery Show, who's got one of these boxes, and they said apparently nobody has ever actually managed to break one of these yet, the tongues on them, so with this hole. So apparently I can tow the tractor out of a muddy hole with that tongue on there. So let me know what you think in the comments section down below. If you think there's any cool modifications I should do to the tractor which would make it a little bit more unique, a little bit different for the next year's tractor run and any other shows we go to, yeah, let me know about it, because I'd love to hear your feedback on it. Probably be putting the CB radio in when it gets its next service, which is coming up. It's 1500 hours. And then chrome exhaust. I have seen you can get some of these chrome mirror guards nowadays, like on here. Maybe put a couple of chrome mirror guards on each side. That would be quite a nice touch. And then actually, one job I need to get that PTO done, get a front PTO in there. But at the moment, it's just other things have been taking up too much of my time and money, and I've been spending money on implements rather than the PTO. So that is a really big one. I do need to get that done. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, the thing is you can spend so much time, so much money on your tractor, you know, modifying it and getting it looking really nice. But then the trouble is, if a new model comes out, you then want to change it, and then you've got to do it all over again. So I have worked really, really hard with this one to get it to where it is, even though it doesn't seem like very much. There are actually quite a few modifications which have gone into this tractor, and I mean, power-wise, it's a standard tractor. Nowadays with the AdBlue, there's not a lot you can really do to them. I know some farmers chip their tractors and sort of have a little play around on a computer, on a laptop, but this is pretty much OEM. I think it's just coming towards the end of its warranty, so I've got to be quite careful. But no, it's actually a really nice tractor. I almost, dare I say it, I'm starting to prefer it a bit to the 6930 for certain things. I think comfort-wise, it's a little bit more comfortable on the road than a 6930. And yeah, I'd rather spend a day in the 6155R. But I think for nostalgia and for the sound, you can't beat a classic 6930. So it really is horses for courses, and I suppose it depends what you like and what you prefer. Even though there's around the similar horsepower, the 6R is slightly bigger than the 69 as well, slightly heavier tractor. With the front weight on, that's about just over 1 tonne. Tractor weighs about 7 tonnes, so I think it's about an 8-tonne tractor now, whereas I think my 6930 was nearer 5.5 tonnes. So I've got a little bit of extra weight, and you do notice that when you're doing certain jobs. And if I pulled the Pottinger without a weight on the 6930, the 69 would be in the air. And I've been able to pull the Pottinger without a weight for a while before I got the Olly's Farm box. And this 6R managed to pull and lift the cultivator up without going in the air too much. It wasn't too bad, to be fair. Some people like the LED lights on the roof there, some people don't. I really like them, actually, and I think if you're working near branches all day, or like where we are with our hedgerows down these small narrow lanes and down at the Broads where the woods are, most of our lights get knocked all the time, and I've found that the bulb ones blow a lot more than just these standard LED ones. So LEDs for us, you know, they're just there because I find them to be a lot stronger. The only thing which I do need to do as well is at some point maybe take this, if I really want to get into it, take off my old toolbox here, which did come with the tractor, and it's starting to rust up quite badly. I think they use like a water-based paint on the toolboxes, so maybe if I can get that repainted at some point. And there's a few little dings. A friend of mine who's a body shop chap in the village is going to look after that. He's going to redo that for me. These guards, they rust up after a while. So I could change that to black. Maybe down here I could get that repainted at some point. And some people change the bonnet, they actually change that to black. But I think I'll keep that for green for now. So yeah, there's a few little niggly things, you know, as is the case with all of these sorts of, as they get older, you know, they wear and tear, all the little things you don't think about. Yeah, I'm pretty happy, to be fair, for the most part with this tractor, and it really is starting to take shape. As I saw the other day at the tractor run, it is a work in progress, and it's lovely to see when you go to a lot of these shows how much work actually goes into people looking after their tractors, whether they're farmers, farm workers. They enjoy it, and it's sort of like their hobby at the weekends, really, to look after the tractor, and it's something I'm getting into a little bit more and more as every year goes by. So thanks for watching today's video. I hope it's given you a little bit of an insight as to what I sort of get up to in my free time with the tractor, and got some new plans for it with the chrome exhaust, chrome mirrors, and hopefully some more LED lights, and maybe the front PTO in the future. There's lots to look forward to with it, really. If you could help me out and give this video a thumbs up, it would be much appreciated, and leave a comment in the comment section about what you think we should do, if there's any more modifications you want to see done on the 6R. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.